Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Thursday, which means it is time for another Nozz Watches Plunderer. So we are on episode 4. Usually, this is where my 4-episode rule comes into effect. So this episode best be some good shit, because like I spoke to fucking Gabe. Like, cause Gabe's been watching this as well, and even he was like, "Yeah, no, this is shit. This is fucking garbage." And he doesn't even like the premise, so he doesn't even have the premise keep him going this long. So not gonna lie. So in the last episode, they basically just spent an entire episode with the who I thought was the main character. Working for Big Tit Mc77 and, you know, getting bullied by the military. And then we had Licht going around and literally sexually assaulting someone for 20 minutes! It's non-stop. So, not gonna lie, I'm not very impressed. I'm really not very impressed. Like, fuck, my dude. Like, I don't, like, I can't, like, I straight up, I can't think of another anime that has just pissed me off and just disappointed me so much. Even Arif Herrera was kind of funny with it. But, yeah, here we are. Like, but I guess we're gonna see, like, what happened with Lick now that he's escaped from the lady he was assaulting, and maybe Hina will get some shit done. Or maybe we'll just have another episode of nothing of consequence happening except everybody getting progressively dumber, at which point we're gonna fucking switch to something fucking else. But let's go ahead and see whether this is worth its fucking salt, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, and go. Jesus. Worth its salt is such like a fun term. Like, and I know this is probably something that, like, literally everyone knows, but, like, oh wait, no, we have a stinger. Year 305 of the Alcyon calendar. It was very gay. Governed by numbers. Oh no. 999, 8, 7, 6. Is it a countdown? Is it New Year's? And then you hit 0 and then you die, right? We already knew that part. That was explained to us in the first episode. But, alright. Oh no, poor Hina with her stupid fucking snapback. Fucking, she doesn't even have the sticker on the front. What the fuck, girl? You live in a world where people get abducted by fucking rape hands if a magic number on them hits 0. You're fucking seriously being like, oh no, it's magic. You become a member of the God Hand, but you must sacrifice everyone you care about with the mark of sacrifice. Summon the demons. It's just a fucking Bailet. That's all it is. And I'm really glad Momo doesn't actually watch these videos, because she'd be fucking going off like, no, Nozz, you fucking stupid bitch! It's not how you say Bailet! Oh, she's such a giant fucking berserk nerd. Anyone who's in my Discord, I want you to @Momoka and call her a big fucking dumb berserk nerd. I'ma hold you to it. And don't explain why. But okay, but yeah, so worth your salt. It's so everyone probably fucking knows what this means by now because it's not exactly like hidden knowledge. But salt used to be such a fucking important part of human life because it was literally the only way we had to preserve meat and just preserve just things in general. So a lot of times soldiers would just be paid in salt because salt kept. So you could use it to preserve your rations, or you could hold on to it and sell it on when you got home or when you got to a friendly city. It was useful. Of course, it very much probably incentivized soldiers to just let their meat rot so they could hold on to as much salt as possible so they could sell it on. So that probably led to a lot of guys eating tainted fucking meat. But then again, Romans were kind of smart with that shit, so they probably gave people enough that it wouldn't really matter if they used a little bit of it. Just okay. So where his name is not Mr. Pudding. You called him Pudding Onesan, or it was Onisan, whichever it was. So you called him Big Bro Pudding. Just Big Bro just raping your commander. Just because you admit to it does not make it fine. Cease. This is just gonna turn into another. Just because you call attention to it doesn't mean it's not creepy and gross. Like, can we just, like, actually get to some interesting shit happening or nah? Okay, okay, how's this? He's just fucking yeeting them. Shit's just like what the fuck? Oh, hey, it's licked. Hi, licked. There's gonna be another episode of this, isn't it? There's gonna be another. Why is he still in that town? Indeed. It doesn't cost you anything to fucking walk, Chief. Is this is this a bit? A lover's I've got nothing. This entire town. So that's why she's so popular, huh? This entire town has been just, that's the only reason they like her, huh? They could just see her fucking panties. This isn't funny. Like, this isn't funny. I see, now I see when I was like, oh yeah, no, I could either watch this or the one that turned out to just be hentai in disguise that has an uncensored version that I may or may not be watching. I don't, no, I'm not. Fucking. Now I see why people were like, oh man, Nozz, oh, Plunderer, eh? Okay, I should have taken that as like. I should have taken that as like code to be like, yeah, no, fucking. But hey, there you go. You helped smash it, so now start fucking working on it. Congratulations, you're now a slave. A wage slave. King. Especially seeing as. Just show them off. Just whip your panties off, then. You must show the baby your panties, as is tradition. There's only one set of panties everyone can see. Cut off his hands. Cut off his hands. This fucking young shonen protagonist. Alright, volunteer work for the kid. The volunteer work is getting 100 beatings. Where's the plot? Where'd the plot go? This is like, is this supposed to be funny? Why was your doll on the floor, kiddo? Like, fuck. The ugly ass doll, chief, I don't know. Is that worth fixing? And Licht has already found a new female protagonist to hang around. Where did he get the giant fucking spoon? Oh, wow. Oh no, he's hot. Stop. She wants to grab your penis. Just. So, is that going to be the thing? They're just going to just keep following Licht? Their traveling bar, while Licht just has adventures that are fucking boring and or offensive? Is that gonna be the plot? Jesus Christ. At least Arifureta had shit happening. Like, Arifureta was awful. It was poorly written, poorly characterized, and all around absolute fucking garbage power fantasy for garbage human beings. But stuff happened, and it was funny with how awful it was. This is boring. You can be bad. You can be offensive. You can be stupid. But you can't be boring. And before y'all motherfuckers gonna say, but Nozz's character development, fuck you. Fuck you, no it's not. Zero character development has happened that we've not already seen previously in the series so far. And you can't do character development when we barely even fucking know them to start with. We haven't seen any real inciting influence except for one fight and a bunch of sexual harassment. Oh no, Mr. Pudding. Can't believe he's fucking not dead. That little girl just can't catch a fucking break, huh? $900? Wow! God, so 15 minutes in and the bad guy finally fucking shows up. First Lieutenant Jail. I like how his glasses had that little divot so they can avoid doing that dumb anime thing where a portion of the stem becomes invisible so you can see the eye. Why are they stabbing at her? Why were they stabbing at her? What did she do? Okay, well that explains the spoon. All that effort to fucking disguise his sword as a spoon. Fucking... A member of the God Hand. He prefers to do the handling himself. And he's got one on his sword. So it's not a crime if we do it. This is the absolute dumbest. So that was for our benefit. There was zero reason in universe for her to have done that, or for him to have asked her to do it. My number is bigger! Like, so, is there any particular reason why this looks like shit? There's no real weight to anything. Like, those steel spikes look fucking awful. I feel like that first fight in, like, episode 2, like, was them showing off, like, hey, look, we can do cool shit. So that for this, they could fucking slack off. Like, that looks pretty good. That looked pretty good right there. But the rest of this has just been people standing the fuck still. Okay, I'll admit that one looked pretty good. So I guess they were saving it until midway through the fight then. So we don't have any fucking time. Oh, we have 2 minutes left. He's cheating. He's hiding his power level. So he literally, he hides his power level so that they don't know, he doesn't, he hides it with a fucking sticker. You can hide your count with a fucking sticker. I feel like dude, you are 300 plus years old. Are you fucking kidding me? And that's the end. I deadass don't know if I want to continue this. That fight could turn into something pretty interesting. But I know it's gonna go back to the fucking shit that was the majority of this episode. You know what? I'm gonna break the 4 episode rule. I'm gonna give this one next episode to impress me. Cause the setup for that fight, pretty interesting. Like a guy fucking hiding his ballot with a sticker, but like it's literally last chance on this one. Cause I've watched some garbage, right? I've watched some garbage, right? I've watched that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I've watched Arifureta. I've watched Gate, right? I've watched a lot of garbage on this channel. I watched Dokuro-chan both seasons. But you know what the difference between Dokuro-chan, Gate, fucking Arifureta, and Slime was? And this was? He's a robot war machine. No, he doesn't. But yeah, at least those ones, they had something beyond their garbage that was interesting. Like fucking Dokuro-chan. Like, the premise was interesting enough that I fucking slogged through it hoping it would live up to that premise. It didn't. But even though it was horribly mean, there were moments where I was enjoying myself on that. They were very, very brief moments, but there were moments where I was actually enjoying myself watching Dokuro-chan. Gate is a absolute piece of jingoistic garbage written by someone who has no fucking clue about history or geopolitics. But it's funny because it's like watching a toddler draw World War II in crayon. And then the Nazis shot the big laser beams and the fucking... Like, and also, you know, I get occasional comments from people that love Gate. And it's hilarious. Because they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. It's great. Fucking Arifureta is an absolute garbage narrative with a garbage main character and a lot of really, really, really questionable things. But at least stuff keeps happening in Arifureta, so like there's always more to chew on. It's like an ever fucking lasting train wreck. The train cars just keep piling on into a bigger and bigger fucking train wreck. So it was enjoyable to fucking watch. Like, I really don't want to watch a season 2, but hey, like, Slime was predictable and just fucking horrible and a gross misunderstanding of society and how, honestly, writing a fantasy story should work. But, like, you just kind of have to watch it up to a certain point just to see how fucking stupid it is. Like, I couldn't get past episode 12, but, like, from what I've been told, it just continues getting dumber, but it's a kind of dumb I honestly don't want to put on the channel. This is the kind of thing where it's just like, I'm bored. I'm bored watching this. Like you have like this super-powered guy who just spends most of his time going around and sexually assaulting people. They have a premise that is really interesting but is wasted. They have fucking exposition poorly disguised and dumped just in the middle of a thing where a character just is asked to list the basic fucking building block of their goddamn fucking planet when they already have a point of view character that they've abandoned. Like, Hina grew up in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and then as a little ass kid, had to then start trekking across the world by herself. So it makes sense that she's got no formal education, she doesn't know really how counts work, and she doesn't know what a fucking ballot is. So you know why you have a character like that? You have a character like that so she can go, wait, what's a ballot? And then someone explains what a ballot is to her and what it does. And then later on, when we get to a thing where someone can uses a ballot, like fucking licked and fucking jail, yeah, we don't have to have the fucking weird sexual harassment fucking magnet girl. You go like, oh yeah, ballot is this and 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 this. We don't, like, just in universe, just like explaining something to people that should know what the fuck it is. Like, there's no need for it. It's sloppy storytelling. It is awful story. It is the kind of stuff that if you were to submit it in a writing class, you would have points fucking taken off, and the professor would sit you down and ask you if you've passed the 3rd grade. Like, fuck me. Like, Not to mention, just like a lot of the opening of that fight was just like, oh hey, here's a still image. We're going to play a looping running animation along that still image. That's a lot of what that was. Oh, and then we're going to CG in these big, identical spikes popping out of the ground. Like, it's fucking dumb. Like, and then just the majority of the first part of this episode is all just, like, licked, just going around being chased by a girl who is being mocked for wearing a miniskirt that is mandatory. She doesn't choose to wear it, and yet everybody is fucking passing judgment on both her and her choice in fucking underwear. Like, it's not funny. It's not funny. It was creepy in the last episode, but now it's been fucking done to death. It's been done so much to fucking death that it just makes no goddamn sense. The entire fucking village wants to see her fucking panties and is fucking heartbroken that she has a fucking boyfriend. It's stupid. It's dumb. It is fucking awful. And, like, that's not even something where I'm like, oh, I respect your opinion if you like it. No, I don't. If you thought that was funny, fucking 15 minutes of, oh, she has this miniskirt, the panties. Like, if you think 15 straight minutes of the same joke is funny, then I'm sorry, but you have failed you have failed the human ability to enjoy a narrative. 'Cause that ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. Like, it is fucking absolutely objectively awful. And I honestly, the only fucking thing that is keeping me going is the fact that maybe they could turn it around, because there are hints of something half decent in here somewhere. I said that same thing about Arifureta, and it was bad all the way through, but the difference being Arifureta was fun. So, yeah. Those of you who read the fucking manga, the light novel, if the original thing is not this bad, if the original thing is actually an entertaining and enjoyable story, then I am sorry that this is the adaptation you got. Just like I'm sorry to the people who liked the Arifureta manga and light novel. I am sorry that is the adaptation you got. But fuck. Like I said, I'm giving this one more episode to wrap up the fucking Licht versus Jail fight. If by the end of episode 5, episode 5 out of what? Episode 5 out of what? How many episodes are there in this entire thing? Anichar. 24. So fucking yeah, if 1/5 of the way through they haven't actually made anything that's worth doing, I don't know, Chief. I don't fucking know. Like, honestly, I might just like start doing that fucking. I know it's like it's probably a few episodes in, if not finished with this season. But if this shit doesn't pick up, I'm probably just gonna switch over and do that fucking that one anime where a girl gets isekai'd and just fucking shoves all of her fucking stat points into fucking defense. That one. I don't know. I'm hoping that this picks it up, because I don't want to fucking abandon a show, because it always sucks when I do that, because people get upset, because it's like, no, the show will turn out good, but oh god. But yeah, this is such wasted potential. And it fucking literally makes me sad, because I don't want to hate shows. I don't want to hate shows. Like, despite what some people fucking may think, whenever I go into a show and I'm like, oh, this is awful, it's not because I fucking want it to be awful. It's not because I want there to be bad shows. If I could just at any point pick up any anime and just be fucking basically guaranteed that it is good and that it is something that is decent and fun, that would be the absolute perfect fucking world. But and even then, there are shows that I know people like, that people on my Discord fucking love to fucking bits, like fucking Fate, that I hate because it's just not my thing. But things like if this is things that's like, oh, that's just not my thing, like Fate, yes, fine. You can go over there and play with that. I'll be over here. But then you got shit like this, and it's just, God, I would love I would love for this to be good. Like, you know? I would love for every anime to be good. But this ain't it. Like, even anime that I personally don't like, I can appreciate for the fucking fact that they have good aspects to them that people like. Like fucking Fate. Like fucking, God, my brain's not working on this one. My brain's not working on this one because it's just full of all the garbage I've watched recently. But, you know what I fucking mean? Like, it's like, blech, blech. But that's enough of me rambling, so I'm gonna just bounce off here. So let me know what you thought of this episode down there in the comments. Whether you agree with me, you disagree with me, or you think fucking I completely whoosh and missed the point. Let me know down there in the comments what you think about Plunderer. If you like it, fucking I'm not gonna say state your case, but fucking help me see into your mind palace here, Chief. Let me get a look in here. 'Cause my god. But yeah, let me know. And remember, as always, I am Nozz. Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, share on social media, tell your friends, hit that share button down below. And if you want, you can always support me on Patreon, which is linked down there in the description and on the end card. If you do support me on Patreon, you get access. You get your name on that end card, along with a list of all the other good boys and goyles and in betweens and whatever the fucks. Other kin be gone. They keep the show running and keep everything running smoothly. And also we have our patrons only movie night that we usually do once a month. And that's basically, we get into our patrons only voice chat, we get into patrons only sync tube, and we hang out, watch some anime, play some video games, maybe watch a movie. Just kind of have a good grand old time. And you get access to special patrons only Discord channel on my open Discord server that is linked down there in the description as well, where you can patrons can recommend things to be let's played, live streamed, and let's watched. And I try and make like a good chunk of the stuff I make to be patron recommendations. So if you got something you really want to see, I can put it on the list, and basically I'll just pick it at random, essentially, make it fair for everyone. So yeah. As always, everybody, I'll see you in the next video. But most importantly of all, become a trash mammal today. And I'll see you a round.